Hi, hello, and good evening. We are so excited to be back, y'all. This is Strat Chat. I am your boy, Kyle Petty Vasal, and I'm joined by my besties, John Dunphy and Gina Morgino. And once again, this is Strat Chat. We have been on a lovely little hiatus. We got our lives together ish. But But what's happened since you last saw us? I'm now 40 and a half. All right. So that's going on. Grown ass man. Anyway. And that's about it for the updates. Gina is still mid-move. She's mid-move.
Yeah, I will take this moment to apologize for what my setup currently looks like, because I'm across 2 apartments. I don't know where anything is, and everything looks like garbage. So I'm podcasting from my bed until further notice.
You found everything you needed to be successful in this evening, and we thank you for taking the time to do so. John's here, and he's wearing our outfit that we had for house shops on Thursday. We were killing it. You can find all those pictures not on our Instagram because we didn't post them there. You can find them on our individual Instagrams because we're not good at social media. But yeah, so real quick, I mean, house shops was a blast. It always is. You know, we were there with our girl Aza and friends Wednesday and Thursday, you know, kicking off this season. We had a blast. We had a really good time. We of course got to spend some time with our queen Sharon Tharp.
Yeah,
we love so much our BB queen, and just anyone who is anyone was there. So so I guess if you weren't there, then I guess you're a square. I don't know what's happening. So
I do just have to say, I just want to throw in, because Aza is the best, and I really do think that this was the best House Chops Big Brother premiere event that we've been to. So great job, Aza. Really thank you.
Yeah, I second that or third that, because I heard Gina's. And I will also add, you know, we were talking a little bit about this the night of, like how Asa is just very good at creating a very welcoming and safe space. And as I reviewed some of the pictures from that night, and like, I don't want to get political, I don't want to get into all those things, but it is definitely a little bit scarier for a brown person today. And kind of coming out like with my nails all painted the way that I do, and like just being just completely drunk off my ass that night. And meeting some of the people that I met. Some of my favorite pictures came from people I never met before. And I did not feel funny taking pictures with them or being in that space with them. I didn't realize how amazing and freeing that was in that moment, right? So looking back, it's like, wow, like that's just really cool. And I think that is really to Aza's credit, just the culture that she cultivates in her events. So thank you. Thank you for giving us a safe space to be dorks. And with that, so before the premiere, we all were texting back and forth, and we had decided who we wanted to be on our podcast, you know, team draft team. So you didn't get to see any of that, because usually we like to do those things live. So we thought we'd take a couple of minutes to kind of discuss who we chose on our teams, why we chose them. And actually, it's kind of cool now, because now that you're 2 episodes in, we can talk about regrets. We can talk about what we feel good about. So let's kick it off with our queen, Miss Gina Morgino. Yes, you first. So tell us about Team Gina.
Okay. So, I started off with Jimmy literally immediately. So I was basing this off of those like Mike Bloom, not Mike Bloom interviews, you know? And I was stressed out because I picked last on our, like we like go in order, and I was chosen last, and I was like, I swear to God, if these guys get Jimmy before I get to choose him, I'm going to lose my mind. But I'm so excited that I got him. Just the way that he was talking about how his job requires him to be a certain level of like manipulative or kind of like conniving or whatever, because he works in AI and he works in like marketing and that kind of stuff. And just the way that he was kind of getting ready to kind of like deceive people, I was like, he's ready. He's a super fan. He's like, he's in it. Like I feel like
He's here to
very,
play.
very, very
He's
good.
here to play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did he also describe himself as like a political strategist? Was that what it was, like a strategist or something like that? What, somebody in there?
He was in like an AI strategist, like some kind of like strategist was
Okay,
in his job title. I don't fully
strategy. Okay,
remember. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. I
I
feel
like
like
Jimmy a lot.
him.
I like Jimmy a
Yeah.
lot. The only thing that makes me just a tiny bit nervous about him is that I feel like he has like a very strong personality, and like he's like pretty vocal, which can be good. But I also like, because I really do like Jimmy. I want him to last like a long time. He's not on my team, so I don't want him to win. But I feel, but I feel like I wonder if at some point like it could rub someone the wrong way. Like if somebody has an idea and he's just like no, and like he's like no, we're doing this instead. That's the only thing that I feel like could get him in a little trouble.
Yeah, I think that I can also see him finding himself in a position where he's just playing a little bit too hard too soon. But I also
Yeah.
don't want to make that call too soon. We're
Right,
only
right.
2 episodes in,
Yeah.
and I can't
I-
say that I've watched enough of the feeds to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tuned into feeds at all just yet. Granted, we only got them last night, but like something that makes me very nervous, which not to jump the gun, like I'm nervous about a lot of things this season because we of course see that our queen Rachel Riley has returned, which is so exciting because I love Rachel Riley and I'm so excited to have her back
I
on
love
our
her
screens.
so much. I'm so
And
happy.
also, the last time that we saw one vet come in with a cast full of newbies who were really excited to see that person come in, and also that person got safety week 1, which Rachel already got week 1 safety, was Paul in BB19. And I'm very nervous because I don't want this season to become something like that where everyone just cozies up to Rachel Riley and now she just kind of skates forward to the end because she got immunity and she got, all of these people that are on her side. Jimmy seems to be the only person right off the bat that was like, I love Rachel Riley and that's exactly why I'm not excited to see her. And I do
Right.
worry that like if he is too vocal about that and doesn't have the backing from everybody else, that it could bite him. And I don't know which way that's going to go.
I think that's fair. I don't think that Rachel was really dealt an upper hand by giving her this immunity the first week, though. We have seen it is a thing, like for people coming into the game late, that we do give them a little bit of immunity coming in, and I like that was also then extended to 3 other people.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there is that too. It does give Rachel the opportunity to kind of build a coalition of her own.
The mom squad.
But I'd honestly be fine if Rachel just goes to the ends because, like, I love her.
It's
Like,
boring though.
I know,
so
no,
boring.
it's fair, but maybe she doesn't skate. Maybe she has some issues. She goes up in the block and takes herself off because the BB block.
That's fine. I just don't want to
Mhm.
see another BB19, and that's what I'm kind of afraid might happen right now because we haven't seen a vet come back since.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know that would be the same situation though, because Paul, I mean, wasn't his back to back? Where
Yes.
like Rachel's
Was
was
it
not.
18 and
People-
19, right?
18 and 19, yeah.
People really had a lot of time to know who Rachel is. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But all right. So you got Catherine next. Is that her name?
Yes, I have Catherine, I have Vince, I have Zach, and I have Miss Lauren.
All right.
Rounding
What did
out
you
my
like
team.
about Catherine?
Just like, I don't know how to explain this other than saying like her vibe was just correct. Like something about that interview, I was like, she has the personality. She has the DR personality, which I can see in like the way that she's communicating in these interviews, which is gonna endear America towards her. And she also just feels like somebody that like, she knows what she's doing. She's coming in ready to like play, but she feels like somebody that people are going to be endeared towards. I see her being like a magnetic personality that's going to draw in like a strong social prowess.
My only issue with Catherine right now, I agree with all of that up until the whole Showergate incident, and I'm sure we'll get more.
Oh, I cannot, Kyle. I'm so excited.
She is certainly a reason why that popped off.
I'm so excited to talk
at
about
least
it.
from the way that the edit went. Again, because we don't know things because feeds weren't really on yet. But like from what we saw, or like at least the episode that I was looking at, it looked like Catherine had a lot to do with that, and she kind of like really got that thing rolling. I mean, they were already kind of talking about it to begin with, but like Catherine, She saw a
Yeah,
little
she
flame.
definitely lit the fuse. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Catherine. Like I got, and then later on, she's like, "Oh, I don't really care about the shower." It's like, "Oh, are you sure? Are you sure?" Because you're the one
Yeah.
who made like a big comment about it.
Yeah,
So
she's the only
Anne made
one
a
that
face.
directly was like, "Oh, well, did Vince shower first?" Like she was the
Mhm.
only one to like really like
Which, like, to
throw
be
a
fair,
little
they were
gas on
all
there.
saying it behind her back, and she was just the
Yeah.
only one to be like, "I'm gonna say this in front of your face." So, like,
But see, the first person to say it in front of their face, though, but that's when it really, really gets legs. I mean, like
yeah.
at least
Oh,
for me,
sure.
like
I'm
because
not
now
like
it's
I'm
okay
just
for us to
saying.
all
Yeah.
talk freely. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. Um, Although I would say we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We're talking about the people. We're not talking about the event. So
Sure. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Vince is here. Vince is here.
Vince is one, and I think I said this in our chat. I vibe with him. I like just like something about his personality really endeared me towards him. And I was like, I don't know if this is a good one or a bad one because I can't decide how the house is going to vibe with him because he does have kind of like he's got a different vibe than everybody else does, I feel like. And I'm not sure
I
if it's
think
going
he's
to
a good
gel with
one.
people or not. The more that I'm seeing in these last 2 episodes, I feel good about it, but I was like, I want to draft him because I like him, but I can't decide if they're going to like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I will tell you the reason why he didn't make it onto Team Kyle is really strictly because of his mustache. Okay. It's unacceptable. And I can't look at that. I don't want that. I don't want that on my graphic. So
Oh,
like,
he's a little guy. I like
it's
him.
really just based on that. But
Yeah.
otherwise,
That's fair. That's fair. That's
vibes
fair.
are on. I was watching Rob and Taryn when they were doing their pre-assessment. And Taryn was like, "Oh, so Vince is unemployed," and Rob goes, "Yep." Hmm.
Sorry to this
Like,
man.
exactly, makes sense. And I was like,
They're ruthless, the
Rob,
2 of them.
Rob is actually all right because I've really not like dived into too much of like Rob and Taryn. Like, I'll be honest, but like, I really enjoyed them. And Rob is like so much funnier than I thought he was. So like,
Oh, all of them are so funny, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I'm so ready to dive in more to some of these other pods and stuff this
It's a
season.
good time.
But yeah,
Yeah.
just a little aside. John, do you have any thoughts about Vince?
I really like Vince, and I think that if
You
Gina
like his
hadn't,
mustache?
I don't mind the mustache.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
okay. And if Gina hadn't picked him in this round, I guess it was round 3, right? I made all these graphics in order, so I probably would have picked him if he was still on the board in the next round. So
I will say, like, especially as we're like getting to the tail end of my team, I do want to shout out, like, while my next 2 people were the last 2 people I drafted, I made a like hierarchy in my notebook of like people that I wanted to draft, and John had already stolen my second place person, so I couldn't have her. But literally, the rest of my team is my top 6. Like, these are all of the people that I wanted
Okay,
first.
all right.
So like, I'm very satisfied with my team, even though as we get to the end, these are like quote unquote last round picks.
Oh, I love
They
that.
were
What a
still the
good
people that I wanted.
manager. Just being inspirational and encouraging so they don't feel bad about themselves. You always say something positive before you give somebody a performance review. Excellent.
I
Good,
just want to shout
good.
that out so that we don't get to the end of the game and like if Zach is still there, it's like, yeah, but he was your last round pick. And it's like, whoa.
Hold on. All right. I respect it. I respect it. So tell me things about Zach.
So I know I built a lot of my team off of this last season, and it happened to be the season of the equitable comp, so it didn't matter. But in the off chance this isn't how this shakes out this season, I did want
You felt
somebody
like you
on my
needed some
team.
strength.
I needed a competitor. And like everything that we've seen about Zach is like his athletic prowess. And that is something that I was like, all right, I need to have one of these. Like, I know I built most of my team off of that last season and it didn't matter. But I'm like, I need at least one. I need to have like a strong, sportsy kind of dude.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
one of the
fair.
main
That's
reasons
fair.
why.
For anybody who's new to Strat Chat, it's important to note that we have been doing this podcast for probably about 3 years at this point, maybe 4. Is this our fourth Big Brother
This
season?
could be our fourth.
It
Yeah,
is.
20.
This is our fourth,
2021,
yeah, because
right?
23 was our first, back in the Zoom days. So this is, but we have only been drafting, I would say, for 3 seasons, if that's fair. We didn't do a
Uh-huh.
draft of BB
Oh
23.
yeah.
With
Sure.
that being said, we cover a lot of different shows, and there's been a lot of other drafts. And with that being between the challenge, the multiple seasons of the challenge, everything else that we've done, Gina has never won a
Survivor.
draft.
Not
Yeah,
once.
Survivor. So it's so important to Gina to get it. Like, this is why, like, it's so important for you all to know that this team is her top 6. So if Gina fails,
If I'm telling you right now, if Morgan wins, I'm gonna be so pissed that the one person I couldn't get wins the season. I'll be so fucking mad.
it's so good. It's just so
Oh,
good.
man.
Yeah, so Gina's so proud of her
Uh,
team. So, in
I
a
am proud of
way,
my
I'm
team.
rooting for Gina. But not really
Yeah.
rooting for Universe. But
I appreciate it.
good for you. I'll be happy if it works out for you.
Can
So-
I ask you guys a question? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
I was going to say, I just want to know why do you think that Lauren rounds out Team Gina, and what is she bringing as she brings up the rear?
Can I just ask one question? Because it was about Zach. That's why I just want to.
Sure.
So before we move, because
So you let me go on, and then you want to go back.
No, well, because I wasn't
You
sure.
should have just done it.
I wasn't sure if you were going to be talking about Zach still, or if you were moving on.
No, I'm moving
so
on. I'm trying to go to bed by 10:45.
I just wanted to ask you guys what you thought about, because the fact that Zach said that he has played professional baseball for the Washington Nationals. Would you have shared that detail, that like you're a professional athlete, or you were with these people? Right? I don't think I would have said that. I just was curious what you guys thought were on that.
I do want to shout out one more thing about Team Gina. Our premiere episode, we had 3 competitions, and all 3 of those competition winners belong to my team. So, if nothing else, I just want to say
Yeah.
I picked some good competitors.
You did, until we get to the point of our conversation, we get into spoilers.
Well, for now, I'm looking good. I gave them the kiss of death onto my team, but for now, things are fine.
Kiss of death. I want you to tell us, we're not done wrapping up Team Gina. I want to know more about
one more.
How do we get here?
So, Miss Lauren, again, there's something about her that just I enjoy. I liked in her preseason where, like, of course they're all asked about showmances. Of course they're all asked about relationships. And I'm pretty sure it was Lauren that was like, I mean, yeah, I would get into a showmance if I can use it. Like, I would use a showmance to advance my game. I'm not just out here looking for love. And I was like, okay, now wait a minute. That's like, we're not used to that. Usually it's either like the pretty single girlies are like, yeah, I want a man. And like, we never really hear them being like, I would game a showmance. And something about that really made me like her.
Okay.
And
I like that.
I like the way that she talks about how she wants to play going in, because I do think she fits the archetype of just like pretty girl who doesn't really know what show this is and wants to be an influencer, and now she's on TV, but she actually knows what she's coming in for. And she, like, while she does kind of play the like pretty girl card, like, she definitely knows what game she's playing. And I'm like excited to see more gaming from her. We even already saw, like, she was the only person, as far as the edit showed us, that was like, no, this accomplice is one of the women, because the numbers don't add up, and like everyone's focused on these 2 dudes. It's a woman, because there wouldn't just be an extra woman on the team. Like, I don't know why nobody's thinking about that. And I was like,
was it also her? Like, she seems to be like very like self-aware, like to the point where, like, because she's a Big Brother super fan, right? But like, I think it was her that when Rachel came into the house during the premiere, there was like her in the diary room saying like, I'm trying to like keep it like secret that I'm a huge super fan.
Yes.
So I need to be careful with my reaction to Rachel coming in, because I'm really excited about this. But like, if I show that I'm excited,
right,
people will know that I know what this game is. Like, so the fact that like she even had that in mind, I thought it was like a good sign for her.
You know, I was honestly shocked that she was still available, because she was by no means my last choice. Like, I was very, very happy that I got her on my team.
All right. Well, let's hear it, Team Gina. Good luck to you. Good
sorry,
luck.
Guys.
Good
sorry.
Luck, good luck. We always do good luck. just going to move right into Team John. Let's see what's going on here. First pick. What is this? Morgan? Is that her name?
Mhm.
That's correct.
Okay.
So
Hello,
I love
Morgan.
Morgan.
And tell us why.
I like her personality. She's a gamer. I think she's just going to be very smart in this game. I hope, but yeah, she was like when I kind of like saw some of the videos of the people like before we did our draft. I read some stuff about other people. I didn't really see the like full videos for everybody, but for whatever reason, Morgan just jumped out at me right away. Like for whatever reason, I was like, I want Morgan on my team. So I don't know. We'll see.
Great. Okay. I have no thoughts on Morgan. She doesn't excite me at all. Like
I wanted her on my team so bad,
yeah,
Kyle.
no, she wasn't. She was not on my radar at all. But Morgan,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. What about Zay?
Zay, I got to tell you, I do my drafts like everything's random, and Zay was one of those that like for whatever reason, I found him intriguing because of the whole like being a Mormon in his past and then like breaking away from that and now wanting to try all these new things and like he's kind of like a bro, but I don't think he's like a douche, you know? So like I don't know. There's just some for whatever reason I wanted him on my team. That's
Okay. Yeah, listen, he's hot as hell. My thing about this was like, wasn't he like from Utah or something? The whole Mormon thing, like I don't know, all of that it gives me a lot of red flags.
well
But like from
he
the
left
little bit
he
that
left
I've
the
seen,
Mormon church though. So,
right?
you know.
There's not a lot here that I can really say that I've seen that makes me feel problematic, but just watching the video and just everything, I was like, I don't know, it's still just not enough. You may have left the church. We don't know why you left. You know, were you in a relationship that went left? Or who knows? Like that's not necessarily enough of a sign to me. I need to see how you interact with others. But I'm encouraged. And I appreciate the fact that he's gorgeous. So.
And then Mickey, I don't know. There was something about her personality too that just stuck out to me, and I really like her look.
I want
yeah,
her.
there's
Yeah.
yeah, there's really yeah.
She's one that makes me nervous because, like, in all of the videos that I was seeing of her or whatever, she comes in hot, which, like, I'm here for it, but she has the personality that I feel like can be very polarizing, and I'm like, you seem like someone that might have problems with people. I don't know. I like her, but she seems like someone that, like, if she gets a little bit set off, she's gonna be like, and, like, she's gonna, like, be the one to fight with people, you know?
See, I get that same feeling about like Jimmy also. You know what I mean? Like
Jimmy yeah, I can see that.
Oof. More so Jimmy for me than Mickey.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Will?
then Will, I don't know. You know, he was a former military. I feel like he's an older guy that's probably going to do like better in competitions than people will give him credit for because he's on the older side. So I think he could be a little deceptive that way. I just hope he doesn't end up. I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's going to be that type of like older player that like kind of rubs the younger people the wrong way because he like tries to act like he just knows so much better than them or anything. I think he'll kind of fit in well. I hope. But I also kind of just wanted like a more of a balance on my team. Like I want like older people, younger people, people that look like they're more athletic and good at comp, some people that maybe aren't as athletic. I wanted like a real balance for my team. So Will felt like he fit in into my squad.
Yeah, his video was giving me vibes from Tola from Maybe Can. That was kind of what I was. It's just his whole attitude and approach to how he intends to interact with the younger people in the house and things like that, and his competitive confidence, if you will, kind of said Tola to me. But that's all. I don't really have like a strong thought or anything other than
See,
that.
he was one of the few people that was on my do not pick list. Like I did not want him on my team. To me, he feels like the person that's like, yeah, I'll play Big Brother, and like doesn't really know what it is. You know, like I'm not convinced that he knows what
No,
he signed up
I think
for.
he does know what it is. I mean, as long as he doesn't end up being like another DJ Showtime or whatever it is, like, you know, then
Sure.
it's fine.
Well, I was going to say, who was it recently? Was it BB24? Was it Terrence?
Yep.
Like, I just hope he doesn't turn out to be another Terrence.
I didn't want to use his name. That was intentional. Did not want to name him by name, but yeah. But hope, yeah,
to
hope
me, you know what's going on. I'm like, I'm not convinced that you're ready for this, but best of luck to you.
He's got. I think he sounds like he watches the show, right? He knows who Rachel is and stuff.
yeah, he seemed like he knew some other people as well. And Riley rounds your team out. What's that about?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't really know.
That's the one that I've seen in these BB Blue Sky streets has some controversy.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? What is the controversy? What's the
tell us
problem
about it,
with
because I have
Riley?
no
I'm
idea.
seeing some baby mama drama. It seems like he had a child just a few months ago, and then left to go on the show with a very, very young child. But I'm also hearing that he potentially wasn't in contact with her for like the entirety of her pregnancy. So I don't really know. Like, there's just like a lot of things that like I'm seeing a lot of women coming out. Be like, I don't know if it's like he has like
a lot of women.
No, there's been like 3, I believe, women that were like, no, like we also have, like either another polarized.
I would say
or, like,
3
there are
is a
children
lot
with
when it comes to
multiple
that.
But like,
whatever
there's
the number is.
drama.
Okay,
Children
right.
with multiple women.
I believe there are. I believe, which is why, like, when his first DR was like, I don't remember, but when his first DR was like, yeah, you know, like my mom's gonna say no showmances, but like so and so is really, really beautiful. Everyone was like, So
Can I ask you? Listen. I know he's on my team or whatever, so I guess I'm rooting for him. I don't really actually care about Riley at all.
He was another one that was on my do not pick list. I didn't like him from the get.
Like I said, I was going for. He's 27 apparently. To already be having children with multiple women at 27 years old.
I believe it was 2.
But yeah, I don't know why I really picked him. Can I just ask, what was the deal? I think it actually was Mickey.
Yep.
Who said that Riley looked like a southern Brad Pitt or something like
I said, let's be so fucking for real right now.
It's like, what are you talking about?
The internet is comparing him to Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
Oh my god! You know what? I see it.
They're so wrong for that, but it's so funny.
Oh, sorry,
and I gotta
Riley.
tell you, and I gotta tell you, I still like Mickey, but kind of makes me question her judgment a little bit.
I was like,
she starts calling Riley the Southern Brad Pitt.
What do you mean by that?
More power to them. If they find themselves happy, then like fine. Like I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but it's certainly not in my taste. I'll say that. Like no thanks. I also didn't like his attitude when he was voted as like the potential accomplice. He's like, I'm just gonna leave my hat over here because I ain't going nowhere. And I was like, that energy is a little icky. Like I didn't love that.
I could see being upset that like the whole house is voting for you because they think that you're the accomplice, but like just you got to play it cool. Then you're not gonna like.
It's also tough because like these people are basing this vote off of like knowing you for a couple of hours. Like it's so hard to base anything on that.
Like it doesn't even matter if they're wrong. You don't go anywhere. It's almost
literally the only strategy that I saw in that vote at all was Lauren being like, because of the numbers, I think it's a woman. But everybody else was kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of weird, and like that was kind of what they were basing.
Yeah, I think that's stupid. I think it actually could like serve Riley for a little while, because people are going to feel they're going to feel a little bit bad about the fact that like they voted for him even though it wasn't him. So like you actually may have garnered a little bit of trust there. Yeah. Now people may second guess whether or not they should be questioning your word.
He is now
he won on that deal.
Oh, yeah. And he is now the only person in that house that is free of suspicion. He is the only person in the house that nobody can say, might be the accomplice. Everybody else is still a suspect. So, like, in a way, you kind of won, dude. It's like,
You didn't lose. You really didn't lose.
Especially because, like,
Um,
it's not like they were voting somebody out and then they found out after the fact. It was just they were like, either they got it wrong and nothing happens, or they got it right and that person leaves. So, like, for them to vote you and that it's wrong, it's like, all right, well, you're gonna see that I'm trustworthy. Oops,
oh
worst
wow,
thing that can
yeah,
happen. Like,
yeah. I don't think you lost on that one. I really
yeah,
don't. Um, all right, so Team Kyle, listen, we pick
yes.
on vibes in this house. Okay. Like this is all about vibes. I picked Ashley because I thought that she was educated. I thought
Mhm.
she was she came off very smart. I liked her smile. She's an attorney from the Big Apple. So that, woot woot. It made me feel very good.
Woot woot.
I will say this shower thing. I
I
know we're gonna
cannot
get
wait to
into
talk
it a
about the
little
shower
bit
thing.
more, but like the whole shower thing, like really bothers me because I actually would have thought that was a very rude action.
Hmm.
Knowing that the HOH is up there and they didn't get to shower first, like I'm a very rules based person, and I feel like if I'm the winner, I should get my time first. And I know that if I was Vince, I would have said yes because you don't want to come off like the dick. But then I would have said
At
yes
least go
with the full
second. Yeah.
expectation that within 30 minutes at most, you'd already be gone. So for
Right.
you to still be in there like 90 minutes in, like that is egregious. What are you doing in there
Right.
for that
And she
long?
made a
Like,
she made a comment too, like, my shower is gonna be like 10 minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
what did you do in there? Like, and it's like, and this is like what, night one? Was it night? It may not have been night one. Maybe they were in there
Maybe
at night
two.
or two. We don't really know
I
because
mean,
the way it
either
was
way,
edited.
it's at most the second.
Right. It's not like you were just where I was going with that is that it's not like you're so dying for this alone time that you're just sitting in the shower enjoying the peace, right? Like you don't need that bad this
Yeah, I don't
early.
take
So like,
showers that long in my apartment, like let
no,
alone in my
no,
Yeah.
brother's
Well,
never,
house.
never.
also, I gotta tell you, it's what, day one or two of this big game where people are gonna be scheming and making alliances. I want to be in that shower for as little time as possible
You're
because
wasting
everybody's
so
still
much
getting to know each
time.
other. Yeah, like
Right,
that hour and a half you spent in there, three alliances might have just formed.
Yeah.
right.
Like, what are
Yep.
you doing? like, do you
Yeah,
know where
I don't
you
know.
are?
I thought that was not very smart. Um, I picked Ava just because she was kind of this eccentric,
Hmm.
little like off the beaten path. One of my favorite comments from her intro was that like, I live in New York. I'm an aura painter. I'm broke. I need this money. And I thought that that would make her maybe a little bit more savage in some of her decisions. This is somebody who is motivated by money and not just
Put more broke people in the game.
Yeah,
exactly like they are going to be a little bit more savage than others, or
Hmm.
so I would hope.
100%. Yeah.
And I think that people, if she actually lives up to that, people would not expect that from her because of her little flower over here and the fact that she paints
Yeah, she
auras.
seems
Like,
so cutesy.
right, they're not going to expect a savage thing from her. So that is why I picked her.
she made me laugh a
Um,
lot too, actually, because when the mastermind came on the screen for the first time, and she was like, "I can't get a read on this guy's aura at all, and that is not good."
yeah, no, I like her. I like her, and that's why I picked her.
Mm.
Um, Keanu, I picked him because I just didn't know. I don't know. I was like Dungeon Master. I don't know. I don't really know what that means. Kind of
That made
scares
me
me a little
laugh so hard when she was like, I was thinking something
Mickey,
like, a little spicy, and it's
bit. Yes.
nope, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
I
yeah.
do think
Well,
it's so interesting that that's his career, though. I don't know that I've ever seen like a career
Well,
DM.
he said that he actually has another
I think,
job.
isn't he like a personal trainer? I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That
That's what
would
it
track,
was. And
yeah.
I think they just want him to say that he's a dungeon master because that's like just a fun thing for people like to say.
Sure.
Yeah, but like it's controversial, if you will. Um,
I like Keanu because he said that he's a huge Star Wars and Lord of the Rings fan. So
Oh, he literally is a DM. He's a huge nerd. Like,
yeah,
huge nerd. And I love that.
yeah, that's fun. I think that's fun. Um, now Kelly, Kelly. So,
Uh-oh.
all right, I was really excited about Kelly when I picked her because again, I just thought she was a little
Uh-oh.
quirky. I really liked her glasses. I just thought she was just going to be like fun and unassuming. But her tomfoolery this week is really making me rethink things. Like, I
Really?
don't understand. Yeah, I don't think you should not be, you should never volunteer to be on the block.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was
Okay, you
crazy.
should
That
never.
was
But to do
crazy.
so, week one, I think is even worse. Because
Bananas.
week one, yeah, because then you fall into, even if you don't go home, you fall into that little trap of, oh, this person has already been up before, so I'm just going to keep putting
And
them up, putting them up,
volunteered.
putting them up. Yes, until they go home. So it's like that is not good. That is not good.
You do not
Yeah.
want to show that early on that you're cool with being a pawn, because then everyone's just going to continue to use you as one.
Right. It's just not good. It's just really not good. So that makes me nervous. That makes me a
And
little
and
nervous.
the reasoning too, right, was just to show, like, I think she said it was just to show the house that, like, they're not really working together or whatever. And it's like, I feel like there's other ways to do that. Like,
And I don't think that's so important to prove now.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like that didn't no, just really not smart. Just really not smart.
I do like
Um,
Kelly though. Like, I hope she sticks around for a little bit, but that was definitely not a smart decision.
no, absolutely not. And we do agree with you, Rebecca. We don't know why you'd volunteer. It's not smart. It's not smart. And Rachel would be throwing up if she heard that conversation. Um, Now my last pick, Mr. Adrian. I got to tell you, I'm not thinking this man's going to the top. Right? I'm not super jazzed. I really did this for the chaos of the team. I just
Yeah,
felt.
I need everybody watching at home to understand what a controversial choice this was based on Kyle's texts the entire day before we drafted.
Yeah, because I really was not excited by him at all. I was like, oh gosh, this guy is giving me like first boot energy. Um, but it doesn't really look like that's how things are going to go for him. Like, I think
Mm.
he's certainly not going to be first, at least, but we don't really know actually how the veto ceremony went. We do know um, who's not there, but we don't know who is. And we will certainly let you know before we move into the spoiler portion of the conversation.
I'm gonna
But
do a quick little search too to
yeah,
figure it
give it a
out.
gander, give it a gander. Because maybe he does end up there. I don't know. But I just think he's going to be very chaotic, and he just will be fun to watch. So we'll see how the ride goes. So that really does leave us now with the only person who was not selected in this draft as
This is
Miss
wild,
Amy.
honestly. Yeah.
Miss Amy.
It's just
Um,
wild that the only person that didn't get picked is the accomplice.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I think that
wild.
that's kind of crazy too. And there were a lot of things on Twitter because people had clipped different things from the premiere that really led us to believe that Amy was going to be the accomplice, and because of all her
Big Brother
fiddling in her pocket and
fans,
such.
Big Brother fans are the FBI. I swear to God,
Hmm.
literally like an
The
hour
FBI.
after the episode aired, I see people being like, Amy in the blackout moved her hand, and that means she has a remote, and then you can see her, blah, blah, blah. And like, people were so like picking apart
Yep.
every little thing she did. When they revealed it was Amy in the Sunday episode, I was like, yo, this is banana. Literally, how did
Hmm.
everybody
Hmm.
pick it apart that much to know? Like, they gave us crumbs, and they were like, nope, it's Amy.
No, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm telling you, if I ever go missing, like put out like, the search thing for me and hashtag BB27. Like
Literally,
people
they'll
will
find
they
you in
will
an
find
hour.
me. They will find me. Like it's gonna be okay. Um yeah, and obviously Rachel was not selected on any of our teams because we didn't know for sure that she was going to be there. So that's how that whole thing went. So those are our teams. We will be seeing how things go as we move along. Um, so what else can we tell you? Let's run through the premiere really quickly. I believe it was Jimmy who found the relic, right?
Mhm.
And Zach is who found Julie. I did
Which
enjoy the fact that she kept up the thing about having the missing shoe. Okay, we enjoyed that.
I just like, I was like, Zach, do not embarrass me right now. Because as soon as he was the winner and they did the zoom in of Julie being like, but first, blah, 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 and you see him like,
I know. I was a little
In
bit
the
like,
camera, I
all
was like,
right,
my
dude,
guy, we get it.
just
Like,
chill out a
chill
little
out.
bit.
He was like, I will make the most of this 30 seconds of screen time. Thank you. And I was like, stop moving. Stop moving and stop posing. Just stop.
I was actually surprised that Julie was actually behind the door. Like I was expecting like a cardboard cutout of her or something stupid. Like I didn't actually
I
think
was like,
she
have we ever
participated
seen
in
her
there.
in the house during the game? Like, I don't know that that's ever happened before.
Not that I can remember. No.
Mm.
And if it was, I mean, it was certainly pre-pandemic if that ever did
Sure.
happen. So I found that to be fun and exciting, and it was a little bit more personality than we usually get to see from Julie. Has anybody seen
Yeah.
my show? I know she practiced it a million
I was
times
like,
at
oh,
home,
Julie's
but
being goofy.
yeah, Goofy Jules,
Goofy Jules.
Goofy Jules. Let's see what else. Oh, so Zach. So for finding Julie, Zach won
Mm.
$10,000, but this $10,000 prize came with a twist, and you are now able to trade in your $10,000 after a veto ceremony, to give to that current HOH and remove yourself from the block, forcing them to have to select another person. Um, I think that's I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I
It's
love
so
this.
interesting.
Yeah, what a great twist, especially in a season where we're going to have three nominees for a good chunk of the game. So, like the fact that you are now nominating three and you are forced to take somebody else down, and this could even be after somebody came down from the veto, right?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody could have won the veto, taken themselves off. You put them up, and now he pays $10,000 and he gets off again. You've pissed off a good chunk of the house. That's very exciting.
I like it a
Um,
lot. I like it
I
a
love
lot,
it.
but I don't want to see more of this twist this season. I want it to be a Zach thing, and that is
A one
it.
and
And don't
done.
throw any more of
Yeah,
these. Yeah.
one and done.
Mm.
Was so? Is it? Does he pay the $10,000 and he comes off the block and like now the 10 grand is gone, or does the HOH like get
So
the
the
money?
HOH
I
gets
believe
it.
the HOH gets
They
it.
actually. So that's an interesting like element to it also, because it's like, all right, I'm pissed you just screwed up my noms, but
You also gave me $10,000.
$10,000. So like, I can't really be mad at you. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting little element.
It is, and I could also see it going the other way. Be like, I hate you so much that I don't want to give you 10K. Like I
Mm,
would maybe I can take my chances here and win the blockbuster comp on Thursday, or maybe I can
yeah.
just not go home because I'm awesome. Like I hate you. Who are you whispering to?
Oh no, I was thinking because I've been calling it the AI arena because I couldn't remember what it was this season, and then he said Blockbuster. I went, oh, Blockbuster.
I just being a jerk. I was like, I'm sorry, Darcy. Is she on the stream? But yeah, I thought that was fun. I think that's just a very very fun way of getting that done. So, way to go, production.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think the first alliance that we saw came in last night's episode, the Triple Threat Alliance. Jimmy, Mickey, and Morgan. I'm not rooting for this alliance. None of these people are on my team, so
Two
I
of
couldn't
them are
care less.
mine.
I hope it gets destroyed. So,
Damn.
I love the idea of these three working together.
oh no, I think yes. In that regard, I think it's fantastic. I think everyone kind of brings a little bit of something different to the table. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I see Jimmy being the leader of that one, though.
Right. And that's where what I was mentioning before. I was like, if it gets to a point where they're working together and then like Mickey and Morgan are feeling one way and Jimmy's like just like not,
Yeah.
I could see things starting to like, especially if Morgan and Mickey are like have influence in the house. That
Hmm.
could then like turn on Jimmy very quickly. And I could just
Sure.
see him being the kind of person that's like, if he doesn't like an idea that you came up with, he's just going to be like, nope, we're not doing that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, and I can also see it being interesting because Amy has been very vocal about making sure that the women work together. So there is certainly that potential. I mean, this never works. This never works. But hey, it's season 27. Expect
It's just,
it,
but like,
expect
what's so annoying, and this is part of the reason why I didn't want to choose Amy on my team. It's like in her like preseason things was so vocal about like the women have to work together. It never happens and it never works, but like they have to. It's like, well, now that you've said that, you're already putting out there that it won't be successful. And usually the people that are the most vocal about like, no, like we need the girls gotta work together, are usually the ones that are the meanest to the other girls. So I was like, I don't feel good about this. I'm not, I don't know.
You know, okay. All right.
It's funny. So Catherine the one who said she's like a super feminist, by the way? She's like super.
I believe so, yes.
I honestly, that is what made me like her the most, is when she said that. So I really want to see the women all work together.
It's just like the self-fulfilling prophecy of coming and being like, I know it won't work, but what if the women were together? And it's like, well, you're starting it off by saying it's not going to work. So now
right. You already
it's
shot
not
yourself
gonna
in
work.
the foot. You shot yourself in the foot. Yep. I will say that Vince is, for me, a fake fan. He's a fake fan. Because didn't he come into this saying that he knows things and such?
Be more specific.
He knows the show. Well, because didn't he say that he was like familiar with the show? I know this show. I don't think he said he was a super fan, but he said that he was pretty familiar.
Well, he's also the one I think that was like, I always make deliveries to the CBS lot, like where the show is. So like I know the ins and outs of like all of this.
I gotta tell you, I was super, super unimpressed. So he wins his HOH, right? Congratulations to Vince. Wonderful, wonderful for you and your stash. But then he comes in and the music starts. Ding, 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 ding. Right? And he comes with his key and he's like, who wants to see my head of household room? And I was like,
I heard it. I said, now
fake fan. And with Rachel right there. She's like, that's not it. That's not the line. It's like, it was just a mess for me. I really, really missed hard. So I was like, you know, Vince, I'm sorry. Like that really,
it's so funny too, because I feel like I think it was last season that like, so it might've been, I don't remember who it was. I was going to say Mackenzie, but I don't know if that's right. But like, we would hear somebody that like, every time they'd be going to the HOH room, they'd be singing that dee, 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 dee. And like as they were going up the stairs, and I was like, that's what I expect. Like, you know, the HOH music.
And I forgot that song, and like I went to go pee as the episode was on.
Oh, it's a banger.
And I heard it. I'm like shouting from the bathroom because like Bobby was still watching and asking his questions. Like, oh my god, I forgot this song! And he's like, what song? It's like it didn't even mean anything to this. Ding 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 ding. It's so good.
I'm really enjoying the singing of the little songs. Like Kyle, what you just did before. After the Vince won his HOH thing on it, when you were like ding 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 ding. I don't know. I really enjoyed you doing that. So
these are the things. This is why we're here. Like there was so many. Oh my god! And I just forgot how much I love. Now that we're talking about that, a really quick aside when they were talking about the different people that they thought could be the accomplice, and the music player was like, "Bang, suspect." Like just the way, like it was just so funny. I was like, God, I miss this show. Oh, I'm so happy to be back.
The accomplice sticker made me laugh every time. Or suspect, rather.
Suspect. It's so good. So good.
This show really is. It's just so fun. It's so stupid in all the best ways.
Yes, it's just so wonderful. Somebody had tweeted something about it. Was a picture of the mastermind, and it was like, Big Brother is a show about real social blah 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 and real social commentary, a real glimpse into what America is, and then like a picture of the mastermind. This is a very, very serious show, a very serious concept.
I've seen so many TikToks over the last couple of days of people being like, I am so tired of this show embarrassing me because I tell all of my friends how amazing Big Brother is and all of like the social and like manipulative strategy that goes into it. And then they see this man in this crazy ass mask that somebody bought for Spirit Halloween being like, I have an accomplice. And it's like, I know, like an idiot.
What are they like again?
Yeah, can you please do it? Please do it again.
You get one. You get one.
For once in your life. For once in your life, do it again.
That is what I love about it, though. I'm telling you, that is part of it. If they tried to make this too serious, there's enough serious stuff that goes on, right? the cheese is really, I mean, that it just completes the whole package. It's just so freaking good. It's just so good. Um, in my notes here, I do have another alliance, the Mom Squad. I think John had
Yeah.
mentioned them before. This is Miss Amy and Queen Rachel. I mean, good for them. This is only going to serve Rachel. Like, who are we kidding? Like, Amy, I would never be in a one-to-one alliance with Rachel Riley. If I was going to be aligned with her, it needs to be in a group, and
And
a
that's why
group
it's like
large enough
I'm
that could see
feeling
the value in cutting her. You know, like you can't you
that's
can't
why
go for number
I'm
two.
feeling the seeds being planted of the BB-19. I'm like, no, 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 stop.
Yeah, yeah. I
It makes me very nervous.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. Um, and the real last, like, really important note, because we did mention the whole Kelly volunteering herself thing, which, it didn't actually pan out, right? It didn't actually happen. But we also, I don't really know. I don't because we don't know how the veto ceremony went. Do you have the answer for us?
I do have the
Tree Queen?
answer.
You do have
I
the
do.
Yeah, I
answer.
just
We will.
saw.
So,
Oh,
We'll get to that in a moment. Don't tell people because we did not announce. We're moving to
yeah, no
spoilers
spoilers
first.
yet.
We're
No spoilers yet.
just doing the episode. But the last thing is obviously to really do a deep dive into Showergate. Dun, 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 dun. No, and listen, I love Ashley. Obviously, that's why I put her on my team, but I definitely would have been one of the rabble rousers saying, like, what is this? Like, this man wins HOH and he's trying to go to bed. And, like, listen, it's going to be my feet in that shower for the first time. That's what it's going to be. I
Mhm.
won. This is my shower. Production cleaned it, right? I'm not going to have you and your naughty bits putting all your stuff all over my stuff. Okay, no,
your
it's gonna
stuff
be
all
my
over
stuff
my
being washed
stuff.
down first. It's not gonna be you and your grime. Absolutely not.
Mhm.
Absolutely not. How did you feel about her 90-minute shower?
So I mean, but before even getting into my opinions on the situation, I texted this to Kyle earlier. I live for the week one crash out. It's one of my favorite things about the show is the second you take these people's phones away from them, they go bonkers. Like they don't know how to handle anything. They lose their shit. We got Amy hysterically crying. We got like everyone's losing it over a girl taking a shower. And it's insane how long this went on for, how much it blew up, and I love literally every second of it. That being
Hmm.
said, she was absolutely wrong for doing that. Like I agree that like it was like super rude and like she shouldn't have done it. But like what it turned into is insane.
Also, kind of ridiculous. I will say, Becky girl, this is an interesting observation,
Becky
though,
girl.
because this is not this is not what I would have thought at all. But I think she's
That
super
is
right.
interesting.
For our audio only friends, our friend Becky said that she was so shocked that everyone was so confident that she being Ashley was in the shower and nobody thought they were gaming. Showergate is wild. That is interesting, because everyone
Yeah.
just assumed they were up there. Like, what if she wasn't in the shower? She could have been talking to this man the entire time. Now
Yeah.
we
Right.
know better, but that's interesting because why was everyone so hyper focused on the fact that she's in the
Yeah.
shower? Like, she may not
Well,
have been.
do you know what's interesting too is that everybody was talking about this as it was going on. Is it weird that like after an hour, right? If this was really an hour and a half to 2 hour shower,
That
right?
nobody
Like
went up
that
there.
nobody went up there just to be like, let me go see what's
Yeah,
happening.
I think that further
Like,
proves, like,
Because Vince
Rebecca's
also
point
didn't leave the
here.
room. Yeah.
Right, right. Because they should have gone up there and be like, hello? Like, is she in the shower? What's going on up here? Hello,
And
knock, knock,
to
knock.
to Rebecca's point here, her next comment here, even
oh
if
yeah,
no one actually thought that, the fact that nobody was like, "Let me use this," is very
Mm-hmm.
surprising.
Yeah,
Because that is
that's
something that
that's
is
super
so
fair.
easily you can so easily lie and be like, "They're probably plotting something up there," and then it's
Right.
game over.
Sure is.
yeah. Because who's to say she wasn't in the shower for like 10 minutes and then came out and then like just sat down and they've just been talking the whole time? Like,
Yeah, yeah. That is a
like
very astute observation, as my mother would say. Yeah.
Oh
Way to
yeah,
go, Becky
great,
girl.
great point, Becky.
Baby girl Becky. Uh-oh. People get nicknames. Get in the comments if you want
I was gonna
one.
say, I've never heard either of you refer to her as Becky ever in all the time we've been doing this.
Well, she's
Well,
got the good hair.
isn't wait, Rebecca, tell us, isn't your social media handle Becky Bex?
Yeah.
I-
Like,
Oh,
it's
now we're
not.
doxing her. Oh no.
Yeah, listen,
Well,
it's
I
not
mean,
that
there's
ridiculous.
other
It's not.
numbers and there's other numbers and letters
No, I
involved.
know, I
Yeah,
know. I'm
and
just
who
kidding,
knows?
I'm
I don't
kidding.
need to know all those. I can just write BECK and there she is. So yes.
Literally,
See, you've never
never.
called her that. I'm sitting here like,
Listen,
am I being
this is
gaslit? I've
season
never heard her be called
27.
Becky in my life.
This is season 27. This is Strat Chat season 4. Listen, all listen. We're going balls to the wall here, okay? I'm 40 and a half. I'm 40 and a half.
Honestly, though, listen, Rebecca's a real one. She's been with us for a while.
She's been with you for a while.
Love Rebecca.
She joined us later, but like she's your girl. She's your girl.
Love
Yeah, I've
Rebecca.
known Rebecca a while.
We love her. We love her. Thanks for being so loyal. Thanks for being so
Yes.
loyal.
We really appreciate you.
But I have to cut the love fest short. I do have a train to catch in the morning, and I have to get to bed. My alarm will start going off at 4:30 a.m. Or
Yeah.
as Gina would say, 4:30 am.
4:30 am. Crazy.
Right? So Vince, obviously, we talked about this before. He won HOH, and his initial
Spoiler,
nominees.
spoiler. XOXO. It's a spoiler section.
This is not a spoiler. This is last night.
Oh, I thought we were transitioning, so I wanted to give the people
give
a
me a
heads up
minute.
because
Give
I
me.
didn't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
I always keep people on point. Thank you. The initial nominees are Zay, Amy, and Ashley. Oh, it's also important to note Amy is really responsible for putting herself up there because there was so much chatter about Ashley going up there, and then Amy went up there to go in the HOH room to talk to Vince about why he should not put Ashley up. Yeah. And then she started with the waterworks and all these tears, and that did
was
not
ridiculous.
sit well with him. It was ridiculous. It really, really was. Like you've known her for a hot second.
It's been like 24 hours at most at that point.
Right. And I could not, I don't blame Vince at all for making that decision to put her up. It's like, that is very concerning. Right. You were not on my radar at all before, but like after all this, I can't believe.
And that, especially like his point that like, if I put her up, you're clearly going to be mad no matter what. So I might as well, but truly, but he was like, if I put Ashley up, she's going to be mad. So why would I now piss off another person? You're already mad at me. So now guess what? You go up too. You're already going to be mad whether I do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's also weird. It's weird to me that Amy would have this whole interaction right after pulling off the accomplice thing. It's like you were able to hold yourself together to pull off this stuff with the accomplice, and now you're crying over someone that you don't even know.
She feels very erratic.
I don't know. It's just like, what?
Not good. It doesn't really set a good scene for how Amy's going to behave later. If this is how we are in here and we're not even really 7 days into this sucker, like that is very concerning to me. That's very concerning. And that also does kind of play into why Vince would make this decision, right? Like you're clearly more about Ashley than I would almost have to say like than anyone else. I can almost say that definitively because I can't imagine if this is your reaction to her. I mean, could there be a larger one?
And like, to be crying this early, like, that's a loose cannon. I don't know what she's going to fly off the handle about at all. Like, if you're already crying that hard when we haven't even been here for 2 full days yet, gotta go.
Not encouraging. What else has Becky had to say? I'm also shocked Vince cut the deal of these 4 not getting nominated. Oh, right. The easiest noms would have been Jimmy because he won a comp, Zach because he won a comp, Zay, Hal's second guess as the accomplice. Right. Although this whole accomplice thing, like, who cares? Like, I don't really know that, like, I would really care that much. Even if you were the accomplice, who wouldn't want to play the game? Like, I wouldn't even count that as, like, valid dishonesty. Like, this wouldn't this would actually matter less to me than Showergate. I don't
Yeah.
care who unleashed this other house guest and who hid the relic. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like, like if anything, like I almost want to know who you are because then I think that maybe you're a little better. Does that mean that maybe that's why they should go?
Yeah, I think my thing would be like,
I
oh,
don't
you were
know. Like,
able to make all of this stuff happen in plain sight and I didn't notice. What else are you going to be sneaky about? What else are you going to be able to pull over on me? That's where I get a little like,
I get that, but don't you also think that like production would have made it so that this person can pull this off rather easily? Because like production would certainly rather there be an extra than a not. Like so.
Yeah.
sure, but even like some of the things when they like retroactively went back and showed how Amy was doing what she was doing, some of them were like very easy to miss regardless of like where you were, what you were doing. But for some of them, she had to like separate herself from the group and go press a button. And like to do that in a house full of people and not one person sees you do it, like,
Mm,
you know what I mean?
mm-hmm. No, agreed. I hear all that. I hear all of that. Now, in the interest of time, I am going to move into the spoiler portion of the conversation because, as we know, the veto has been played and won, and the veto ceremony has already happened. So, if you are not interested in hearing this commentary, we bid you adieu. You can find us live on Thursdays, directly following the live eviction. This year, the evictions are at 8 p.m. So while we have not discussed this as a group, I would fully expect us to be live by 9:15. How does that sound?
Sure.
9:15. We want to get to bed early. Get to bed early.
Hell
We are
yeah.
changing our format a little bit. We are splitting up the week by episode only. We're putting a 7 minutes on the clock, and we're discussing each night that way, right? We want to keep Thursdays a little shorter because we be tie-ties. So
Yeah, we like to gab. We really like to talk
Yeah,
unless
we
have
do be
a
yappers.
timer.
no, we do be yappers. We do be yappers. And we'll be doing our yapping on Mondays. Mondays is our yapping night. That's when we'll get into the spoilers and things like that. But Thursdays, we're going to be a little bit tighter, a little bit more concise. And that's what we're doing. All right. So you can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod. We will be live. We are always live. YouTube, no, we don't use Facebook anymore. Do we? I don't know. We'll have to check that. But YouTube, Twitch,
Do we?
Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So now we are moving into the spoilers, right? You have been given a fair warning. Thank you. So, Strat, yeah. So,
Thank you.
Rebecca with the
Thank-
rebrand. Strat,
thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. So, we did find out that my girl Ashley won the veto. All right. So, needless to say, she will be moving herself. Okay. She is an attorney. She is well educated. She knows better. She's getting out of here. She's getting out of here. So, with that being said,
She knows better.
Showergate is at least canceled for this, and I think this could really just be the end of Showergate.
It'll
because,
blow over.
People are not going to care by the time we get to next week. They're just not. Things are not. It's not going to matter as much. So many other things would have, really reset themselves, right? So,
Yeah.
with that, we do know that the veto ceremony was today
Yep.
as well, and Gina and John know who the replacement nominee is, and I do not. So please bless me with the information.
Unfortunately, it was Kelly.
Kelly! Oh
Which-
no!
which
Team
you
Kyle
can-
is still in the problem. Still in
Which
the
you
problem.
you can easily argue is literally only Kelly's fault.
She brought
Absolutely
it
it
completely
is.
on herself. She
Absolutely it is.
literally asked for it.
Okay, so going into Thursday, we have Kelly. Do we have anybody from Team John
Yeah,
still? We
Zay.
have
Zay.
Zay.
Isaiah.
Zay is still up. That's good. That's good news. And Gina
Gina's in the
has
clear.
who?
No,
for
it's
now.
Amy.
Right.
Yeah,
I forgot. I just
Gina's
went
in the
through three.
clear
I was
for
like,
now.
oh,
I'm
maybe
good.
he's-
I'm sitting pretty.
Gina's like, not me, not this time. Y'all don't
Not week
try
one! Which is more than I can say for last
Okay.
season, because I certainly did take a week one loss.
it. You sure did. So that's interesting.
Remember that season where my entire team was out before jury?
Yes. So this is going to be interesting. You really don't know how the rest of this is going to go, right? Because we're going into Thursday with the BB Blockbuster, where we know we're going in with 3 nominees. They'll be playing a competition live, and somebody will be coming off the block with no replacement, leaving the final 2. So I love that. I love not knowing how things are going to go. I love going into an eviction night with things being so unsure. Especially with 17 people in there. So that means you're going to have 15 votes. You're not going to get a tie right out of the gate. So I'm excited. Oh, yes, you can, because the HOH wouldn't be voting, right? So it's really only 14 votes. So it could be 7-7 with the HOH then breaking that tie. Uh-oh. Am I sharp all of a sudden? I don't usually do the math. I don't do numbers.
What's the math?
What is the math of that? Wow, I broke that sucker down. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Season 27, 40 and a half. Listen, I'm here. I'm here to play. Give me my chalkboard. Let's check the board.
47 and a half, or 40 and a half every time is so funny.
I'm 40 and a half.
I am 40 and a half.
40 and a half.
That's really all I have. Because I don't have any other context around anything, because I didn't really watch feeds and things. So,
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine there's a whole lot of context from feeds because we only got them last night.
Right. I had them on a little bit over here on the TV while we were talking, but obviously muted, so I can't really hear what anybody's talking about. But it's the usual stuff. Week 1 mingling and getting to know each other.
Really know much
and people.
Of anything yet.
So, Becky wants us to judge Julie.
Yeah, Becky. We're not judging Julie tonight, unfortunately. We were not really prepared to do so.
We were very glad to see no denim, though.
Yeah, we were happy to see no denim. We will be back to judging Julie on Thursdays. That will be part of the thing. So we've got our 21 minutes of proper recap. Of course, I'm sure we'll go a little over, so there'll be a little bit of extra commentary, but we'll also throw in the Julie judgments. We are not getting rid of that. That is one of our trademark things. Anybody who is new to us, we like to take a picture of what Julie was wearing that evening. And we rate it. We rated hot or not. We have kind of. I was saying, yeah, we did have we did introduce another little section there of tepid, just in case it's somewhere in the middle. But it is exciting because you get to vote on that too. We have an active poll during the live streams. You can vote on what you think Julie's outfit was, hot, not, or tepid. And yeah, we have a hoot. So that's what we're looking forward to on Thursday. At 9:15, probably 9:20, but 9:15. Is there anything else for the benefit of the community before we skedaddle?
Only thing I got is I just want to say that I'm so glad a new season of Big Brother is here. And it's very early. Yeah. We're only 2 episodes in. Even just being 2 episodes in, I like the direction that the season is taking so far. I think the twists are well thought out. I think hopefully the execution will be good. We'll see the mastermind apparently at some point again. He said he's not done, and I kind of like just how Brother with a little bit of like the traitors feel in there, a little bit of like the mole post with the accomplice. Like,
it was also giving very big BB Can vibes.
Yes.
BB Can, yep. A huge shout out to BB Can for doing this murder mystery thing first, I guess, really, right?
Right, yeah.
And I'm very hopeful for a great season, and I think it's off to a good start. That's all I got. Excellent.
I just found a way to lower the volume on the applause, so we don't have to pause, okay? Listen, we are always evolving. This is Strat Chat 2.5.
We are always evolving.
Okay. Gina, your final thoughts on the matter?
I mean, very sad. Like, I'm happy to be back. It was nice to have our little break. I feel rested. I feel rejuvenated. I feel excited. Yeah. That's all I got, really.
Excellent. I love it. Thank you to everybody who hung out tonight. Of course, special mention to our girl Becky with the good hair.
Love you, Becky.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for
Oh
hanging
my
out. We're live
god.
again Thursday. Find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod. We will find a way to put our pictures on there as well. So you can see,
Find a way, like we don't know
find
how.
a way. Find a way, because there was a lot of really great things that happened that night. We were very well coordinated. My nails matched everyone's hats. It's really worth it. It's really worth it. Yeah, so give it a gander, and we're excited to see you Thursday. All right, so have a great week, and we'll see you soon.